Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we are going to do class 9th, chapter 3, laws of motion. Its third exercise numerical portion which are not solved in the book. So before starting that all the numericals, we are going to take a look on the points on the important formulas which we need to solve the numerical problems of this exercise. So let's take a look on these some points. First one is P is equals to m into v. What is P here? It is the linear momentum whose value is equals to mass into velocity of the object or given body. The second one is that we already have discussed in the second chapter. We used in most of the numericals also of that second chapter. That is A is equals to v minus u divided by t. What is A here? It is the acceleration. Next, v is the final velocity. U is the initial velocity. So final velocity minus initial velocity is giving us the change in the velocity per time. The next is, as we know that the change in velocity per unit time is giving us A, that is the rate of change of momentum is also equals to these things. How this is now? As we know what is the Newton's second law? The chapter is about the laws of the motion. The Newton's second law is F is equals to ma, or we can write it as dp by dt. What is the dp by dt? This is the little slight change in the momentum. That is the rate of change of momentum. Rate we are using for the thing which is changing with respect to the time. So that's why how we are writing here, that is m is same here as it is. And the rate of the change of momentum is equals to ma. बच्चे क्या है यहाँ पे? We know that from the Newton's second law F equals to ma ये होता है. Alright. Second क्या होता है? The rate of change of momentum is also equals to F. अगर ये दोनों चीज़ें F के इक्वल हैं तो हम बोल सकते हैं कि this one thing is equals to ma. तो वही यहाँ पे राइट किया. This is also very important thing. The rate of change of momentum means dp by dt किसके इक्वल होगा? ma के. m मैंने as it is राइट किया. a की प्लेस पे हम क्या राइट कर सकते हैं? What is the a? What is the acceleration? It is the change in the velocity with time. I hope this is clear. The next thing is F is equals to ma, that we have already done. Now what are the units of the force? It is the 1 Newton. In the form of the dyne, it is 1 Newton is equals to 10 raised to the power 5 dyne. Next is, what is the rate of change of momentum? I have already explained this point earlier to you all. What is it? Force is equals to rate of change of momentum is also given as m into delta v. बच्चे यहाँ पे t था as it is. P, what is P actually? It is mass into velocity. Mass तो constant होगा. Change किस में आ सकता है? Velocity में. So we can write it like this. What is this? It is the change in the momentum per time. And this is giving us the average force also. Now what is the change in momentum? It is the final momentum minus initial momentum. What is the rate of change of momentum? Rate means with respect to the time. The change in momentum with respect to the time. Okay. Let's start with the first unsolved numerical problem now. The first one is, a body of mass 5 kg is moving with velocity 2 meters per second. Calculate its linear momentum. Firstly, write the things which are given to us. What is given in the statement? Mass is given 5 kg and the velocity is given 2 meters per second. We have to calculate the linear momentum means P. What is the linear momentum formula? It is P is equals to mass into velocity. Multiply both the values, you will get the answer of the linear momentum. The next one is also similar. Let's see what it is. The linear momentum of the ball is given in this question. How it is represented? The linear momentum of a ball of mass 50 gram is 0.5 kg meter per second. बच्चे must note down the units properly. If you are not getting the statement which thing is giving you the value of which, मीन्स अगर आपको नहीं पता चल रहा कि क्वेश्चन में जो वैल्यू गिवन है वो हमें वेलोसिटी गिवन है, मोमेंटम गिवन है, या फिर क्या गिवन है, तो आपने किस चीज़ को नोटिस करना है अच्छे से. यू नीड टू चेक आउट द यूनिट्स प्रॉपरली. सी दीज आर द यूनिट्स ऑफ द मोमेंटम. और उन्होंने स्टार्टिंग में बोला भी कि लीनियर मोमेंटम किसी बॉल का जिसका मास 50 ग्राम है उसका लीनियर मोमेंटम क्या है 0.5 किलोग्राम मीटर पर सेकेंड. हमने क्या फाइंड आउट करना है, वेलोसिटी हियर. सो दीज थिंग्स आर गिवन टू अस. The units of the linear momentum are in the kg for the mass. So we need to convert the mass of the ball from gram to the kilogram by dividing it with 1000. Then just simply fill the values of P and M. You can get the value of V. M is in the form of multiplication here. It will go to the other side of equals to and will come in the form of division. So P divided by M is equals to V. Values की हमने. After that simplify it, you will get your answer. How to simplify? It is 0.5, नीचे क्या है 0.05. इसका मैंने एक पॉइंट शिफ्ट किया. It is 10 at the upper side now because I shifted the point from the denominator. So now these two things are same. We can cancel each and it is 10 meter per second. Kilogram is cancelled out with the kilogram. This is your final value. The next one, third, is a force of 15 Newton acts on a body of mass 2 kg. Force is given, mass is given. Calculate the acceleration produced. What is the formula for the mass and acceleration with respect to the force? It is force is equals to mass into acceleration. Force we know, the mass is given, acceleration we have to find out. Fill both the values. Must check the units. This A is in the form of multiplication here with A. M is also in the form of multiplication with A. ये साइड जाके डिवाइड हो जाएगा. A is equals to, दोनों की वैल्यूज फिल की. Solve the division to get your answer. Fourth numerical is a force of 10 Newton acts on a body of mass 5 kg. Force is given, the mass is given. We have to find the acceleration produced. Similar statement, similar question it is. Just find the value of A by rearranging them, substitute the given values to get the final answer. Clear? Question number 5 now. The fifth statement is calculate the magnitude of the force. Means F you have to find out from this formula, which when applied on a body of mass is given, produces the acceleration of this. Mass and acceleration both are given. To find out the value of F, we have to multiply both the values but must check the units. Okay, so just multiply the values to get your answer. Numerical number 6 now. A force of 10 Newton acts on a body of mass 2 kilogram for 3 seconds. Okay, force is given, the mass is given, for how much time it is acting it is given. Initially the body is at rest, means u is equals to 0. Calculate velocity acquired by the body. Velocity and change in momentum of the body. Delta P. Change means delta. Okay, it represents the change in any of the quantity, physical quantity. But we have to find out from here now, we have to find out the V and P. Alright, firstly we are filling it in the value in the Newton's second law. F is equals to ma, we know, F we know, m we know. We can find the value of area from here. Afterwards, area कैसे find होगा? 2 kg is in the multiplication form, it will go to the division. Cutting करने के बाद it is the 5 meter per second square. Acceleration का फॉर्मूला में पता है, a is equals to v minus u by t. Acceleration अभी हम find करके हटे हैं. v we have to find out. Initial velocity is 0 because the object was initially at the rest. Time taken also is given in the question. Fill all the values except the value of v. Multiply these two to get your final answer. The next is delta p. Delta p means change in the momentum of the body. Change in momentum is given by final momentum minus initial momentum. Final means, what is the momentum actually? Momentum is equals to mass into velocity. Final means this, initial means this. Change the values, fill the values. After filling the values, you need to simplify, multiply it, subtract the values to get the value of the delta p. This is your final result. See the seventh now. It is a force acts for 10 seconds on a stationary body whose mass is given 100 kg, after which the force ceases to act. The body moves through a distance of 100 meter in next 5 seconds. Calculate the velocity acquired by the body. Initial velocity was रेस्ट, क्योंकि उन्होंने बोला स्टेशनरी बॉडी थी. ओके, सेकेंड क्या कैलकुलेट करना है हमने? एक्सेलरेशन प्रोड्यूस. थर्ड इज द मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ द फोर्स, मीन्स वी हैव टू फाइंड आउट एक्सेलरेशन एंड द मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ द फोर्स. दीज आर द थिंग्स दैट वी हैव टू फाइंड आउट. क्या गिवन था पहले क्वेश्चन में? टाइम टेकन इज गिवन फॉर द बॉडी विच इज एट रेस्ट, मीन्स की इनिशियल वेलोसिटी 0 लोगे आप. मास गिवन है उसका, डिस्टेंस कितना कवर करी है वो 100 मीटर्स कवर करी नेक्स्ट 5 सेकेंड्स में. जो जो फाइंड आउट करना था वो सारा लिख लिया. ओके, लेट्स स्टार्ट द क्वेश्चन नाउ. Therefore, it means if it is moving with the uniform velocity, so we can find the velocity by simple formula also. It is v is equals to displacement by time. What is the displacement? It is for the 100 meters. Time is in the 5 seconds. So you got the value of the v from here. First point solved. Second point is acceleration. You have to find out. फाइनल वेलोसिटी अभी फाइंड करके हटे हैं. इनिशियल वेलोसिटी 0, टाइम इज 5 सेकेंड, इनिशियल टाइम वॉज 10 सेकेंड. सो राइट दैट ऑल टू गेट द आंसर ऑफ द एक्सेलरेशन. द नेक्स्ट वन इज फोर्स इज इक्वल्स टू मास इनटू एक्सेलरेशन. फोर्स पता है हमें, फाइंड आउट करनी है. मास गिवन है क्वेश्चन में. एक्सेलरेशन इज अभी अभी जो वैल्यू फाइंड करके हटे ये वाली. फिल द वैल्यू हेयर टू गेट द आंसर. नाउ द स्टेटमेंट नंबर 8. What is in the 8th question? The figure shows the velocity time graph. This is the given statement in the question. The figure is also provided. So this is showing the velocity time graph of the particle which is having the mass 100 gram. Okay, which is moving in the straight line. We have to calculate the force acting on the particle. Force we have to find out. Firstly, from this given graph, we will find the values of the t which is to the x-axis. उसकी इनिशियल एंड फाइनल वैल्यूज फाइंड आउट करेंगे. देन फाइंड आउट द वेलोसिटीज इनिशियल एंड फाइनल वैल्यू. दीज आर हियर. होप दीज आर क्लियर. एट द 0 पॉइंट एट द रीजन बोथ आर एट द 0. सो v1 is 0, टाइम टेकन is 0. At v2, this is the maximum velocity is 20 and corresponding to it the time taken is the 5 second. Okay, now how to find the slope of the vt graph? We know the vt graph is due to the change in the velocity. It is giving us the value of the acceleration. So the value of the acceleration is change in the velocity divided by change in the time. Here it means the time interval, you can say. So fill all the values of the v and t to get your value for the acceleration. Hope it is very clear and sorted. After finding the value of the acceleration, what was our goal? To calculate the force. Mass is given, convert in the kg, acceleration is here, you will get your final answer. The statement number 9 is a force causes an acceleration of 10 meter per second square in a body of this. A force causes an acceleration. Acceleration's value is given, the mass is given, what acceleration will be caused by same force, what acceleration is caused by the same force in a body of mass 5 kg. Okay, I hope the question is clear to everyone. The last one line is what acceleration will be caused means acceleration we have to find out here by the same force in a body of mass 5 kg. तो हमें acceleration given है, mass given है, सेकेंड एक्सेलरेशन हमने फाइंड करनी है, मास हमें गिवन है. किस लिए फाइंड करना है कि सेम ही फोर्स अप्लाई हो रही है दोनों केसेस में. ओके, इट इज रिटन हियर बिकॉज ऑफ द सेम फोर्स. सो एक्सेलरेशन गिवन थी हमें, मास गिवन था. सेकेंड एक्सेलरेशन सेकेंड केस के लिए हमने फाइंड आउट करनी थी. इसके लिए मास अगर 5 kg होगा तो क्या होगा. ओके, the mass is given in the gram. Firstly, convert into kg. You are getting the value of the force by multiplying the mass and acceleration. ये सॉल्व हो जाएगा इजीली. सेकेंड टाइम फोर्स, क्योंकि उन्होंने बोला सेम फोर्स है ना, फोर्स की वैल्यू राइट करेंगे यहाँ पे. मास उन्होंने गिवन था क्वेश्चन में, वो राइट करेंगे. A2 की वैल्यू हमने यहाँ से निकालनी है. A2 is equals to force divided by M2. which is giving us force is 5 Newton, M2 is 5 kg. It is 1 meter per second square is in the form of the SI units. Now question number 10 is a cricket ball of mass 150 moving at a speed of this. Mass given है किसी चीज़ का, इसकी मूविंग स्पीड गिवन है, इनिशियल स्पीड, जिसको रेस्ट पे लाया गया मीन्स की फाइनल वेलोसिटी इज 0. In time this one. Now what you have to find? You have to find the average force applied by the player. ये सब चीज़ें. So what are the things given in the question? Firstly, the mass is given. It is 150 in gram. We have to change it into the SI unit. The second is the initial velocity. It is 25 meter per second. Because the body we need to take to the rest position, it means the final velocity is 0 meter per second. Time is also given. We have to find the average force. What is the formula for the average force? Simply the formula for the force is F is equals to M into A, or we know it is the change in the momentum, rate of change of momentum. So we can easily do the rate of change of momentum here. How? Because the acceleration, the value of acceleration is not given to us. What is the change in the rate of the momentum? It is the final momentum P2 minus the initial momentum P1. What is the P2 here? This we can find easily with the help of the final velocity. Final momentum with the help of the final velocity. Initial momentum with the help of the initial velocity. The formula for momentum is mass into velocity. Clear? So with the help of this formula, we are just putting the values of all the things. The formula for the average force is change in momentum with respect to the time. It is mass, that is given already in the statement, the final velocity minus mass again into the initial velocity divided by the time. Find the product of both. ये तो 0 हो जाएगा, minus product of this is this thing divided by this. You have to simplify this division to get your answer for the average force applied. The next 11th numerical is a force acts for 0.1 second on a body of mass 2.0 kg. Initially at rest means initial velocity is given. The force, how much it is acting, that is also given. Sorry, a force acts for this is this. Okay, the force we have to find out. This is a time given. It is 0.1 second. The time is given. The initial velocity is given. And the force is then withdrawn, means force is taken out and the body moves with the velocity of 2 meter per second. Final velocity. Find the magnitude of the force. Force we have to find out. ये सब चीज़ें क्वेश्चन में गिवन थी. How to find the magnitude of the force? As I told you earlier, what is the force? Force is equals to Mass into acceleration. Mass is already given in this statement. Acceleration we have to find out. How to find the acceleration? The general formula from the last chapter, second chapter, is acceleration is the change in the velocity, rate of change of velocity. It is final velocity minus initial velocity divided by t. You can see the same formula we are going to use in this question. Final velocity is given, initial velocity is 0 because the body was initially at rest position. Fill the value of the time taken also. Do the simplification to get the answer for the acceleration. Now as you have the value of the acceleration and mass also, what is the force then? The product of these two. So multiply both the values to get the final magnitude of the force. That's it. Next is a body of mass 500 gram initially at rest. Read the statement, note down given things side by side. The mass of the body is given. It is in the CGS system, convert into the SI system into the kg firstly. Initially at rest means the initial velocity is given 0 meter per second. Is acted upon by force which causes it to move a distance of 4. Okay, the distance how much it moved in 2 seconds, that is 4 meter. We have to calculate the force applied. These are the given things. We have to calculate the force applied again. The force that is equals to mass into acceleration. Mass is given. Acceleration we have to find out. Acceleration is, from here we can find out the acceleration easily by using the formula. S is equals to ut plus half at square. What is the S here? It is the distance covered. It is 4 is equals to initial velocity 0, final velocity 2. Same here also. Only the A is the variable in this complete line, you can see. So after rearranging these all, ये 0 हो जाएगा ऐसे ही. After rearranging these all, you will get what? You will get 4 is equals to 1 by 2 into 2 to the 4. अब आप इसकी कटिंग कर सकते हो. 2 1 2, 2 2 the 4. It is actually 4 is equals to 2a. This 2 is in the multiplication form, divide हो जाएगा उस साइड जाके. So 4 by 2 is 2 meter per second square. Because it is the acceleration, that's why the units are meter per second square. If it is the velocity, whether in initial or the final, then the units will be meter per second. Only one will come here in the place of the 2. So what is the force now? The force is equals to mass is given. Acceleration we just found the value. It is 2 meter per second square. After multiplying both, after finding the product, you will get your answer. And you can write this answer in the Newton also, because the FI units of force is kilogram meter per second square or simply Newton also. Now the statement number 13. A car of mass 480 kg moving at a speed of 54 km per hour. What is the mass of the car? What is the speed with which it is moving? It is the initial speed. And it stopped by applying the brakes in the 10 seconds. Time taken took to stop is 10 seconds. Calculate the force applied by the brakes. We have to calculate the force applied. Before calculating the force applied, we have to just check once all the formulas that which is appropriate for solving this question. Firstly, the things which are given here is not in the SI system. It is in the kilometer per hour. We have to convert it into meter per second. Firstly, we solved that matter. It is 5 by 18. This thing we have done already in the last chapter also. That was the second chapter. That 1 kilometer per hour is equals to 5 by 18 meter per second. So it means what is the value of u here? If I wanted to convert it into the meter per second, simply write the value, clean it. Okay. After converting it, you will get this answer. Now we have to calculate the acceleration. We have initial velocity, final velocity, time also. Use this formula to get the answer of it. After filling all the values, we are getting minus 15 by 10. 5 2 is 10, 5 3 is 15. This is your answer. Now how to find a force? Multiply the mass, which is this, and acceleration, which is this. So you got the applied force on the brakes. Next is question number 14. Read it carefully. A car is moving with the uniform velocity, this. Initial velocity is given. It is stopped in 2 seconds. Means final velocity is 0 because it stopped. In how much time? In 2 seconds. By applying the force of 1500 Newton. Okay. Force applied is also given. So what we have to calculate? 3 different things we have to calculate in this question. First is the change in the momentum of car. Retardation produced in the car. Change in momentum means delta P. Retardation produced in the car means value of acceleration due to gravity. Mass of the car. So firstly, note down all the things which are given in the statement. One is the uniform velocity, means the initial velocity, the final velocity, time taken, and the force applied. These things are given to us. Delta P, G, and M we have to find out. So I just note down all the things which are given in the statement. These are the 3 different questions which we have to find out in this. The first one I'm going to solve is about the retardation, because what is retardation? It is the acceleration due to gravity. What is the simple formula for the acceleration? It is change in velocity with time, because we know the final and the initial velocity and time also. So easily after substituting the values of the different things in this formula, you will get the retardation, or if it is even acceleration for this part. So fill the values, do the simplification. This is your answer. It's too clear. 15 to the 30. You can cut on the table of 2 also. 2 into 15 is also giving 30 answer. Now come to the first point of this, that is change in the momentum. Change in momentum is actually the P2 minus V1. P2 minus P1 means final momentum minus initial momentum. For this you need the values of final velocity and initial velocity also. The final velocity is provided in the question. It is at 0 because we need to take the body, the car, to the rest position. That's why. Initial velocity was simply provided. Solve it. This part you will get 0. It is equals to minus of the 3000. And must note down the units, because it is also a physical quantity. After filling all these things, you will get the simple thing, that is answer of the change in momentum. The last one part of the question is left now. Mass of the car. What is the formula for the force? It is force is equals to mass into acceleration. Force is given in the statement. Mass we have to find out. Acceleration is also we have done in the second part. Yes. Acceleration we just found in the second part. Use that one. Rearrange them. Minus 15 is multiplied with the m. It will go to the division when we will shift it to the other side of equals to. Now do the cutting portion. 15 ones are 15. 15 tens are, and 2 zeros other also will come. It is 1000 in the gram. Okay. Yes, it is the 2 zeros only. It is 100 kilogram. That's it. Come to the last numerical of this exercise. It is a bullet of mass 50 gram moving with an initial velocity of this. Mass is given, note down that. Initial velocity is given, note down that also. Strikes the wooden block and comes to the rest. Final velocity is 0. Penetrating a distance of 2 centimeter in it. 2 centimeter distance it is covering in this much amount of time. Calculate the initial momentum of bullet. P1, initial momentum we have to calculate. Second is the final momentum also. Fourth is the third is the retardation. Fourth is the resistance force by block. So for finding first, it is initial momentum. It is P is equals to M into U. Initial momentum mass is given. Initially acceleration was given. Answer. Okay. Second is the final momentum. What is the formula for final momentum? P is equals to M into final momentum is represented by V. P is equals to M into V. Fill the value of V and this also, you will get the answer 0. So in the final momentum there is no any change. In the initial momentum change is given. It is represented by 5 kg per meter per second. The last second part is retardation. This you can find by using the formula for the equation of motion, linear motion. V square is equals to U square plus 2as. Because we have the value of V also, U also, A we have to find out, S is also given that we have to use now. Fill all the statements given in the question. After this, you need to rearrange these things. After rearranging, you will get the answer. Hope this is clear. Last part is the resistance force entered by wooden block. This part is not there in the syllabus, so that is enough for this exercise. Hope this video is helpful for you all. Share it with your friends also. All the very best. Thank you for watching.